5 study habits and study tips that can help you improve in studying. Hi there! Can you all remember the lesson you have studied? If no, here's our 5 different study tips that you can use. However, before we tackle the 5 different study tips, let us not all forget the essentials of how you can improve your study habits. Let's start with having a good night's sleep. Sleeping is not just good for our body, but also for our brain to function properly. But that doesn't mean that if you sleep 8 hours a day, your brain will automatically function. No, that's not how it works. You must sleep not just before the exam, but weeks after it for you to fully understand what you have learned. Secondly, you can listen to relaxing and calm music. Music not just let us dance and sing to it, but it can also help us in our studies. Listening to music calm our nerves and that can help us more to what we're doing. But it also depends on what kind of music you're listening to. While studying, you should listen to classical, instrumental type of music so that can ease the tension a little bit. Thirdly, find your spot. Finding the right spot for you to study is essential because it increases the ability for you to focus while studying. Fourthly, manage your time. You need to learn how to manage your time for you to study effectively because sometimes not learning to manage your time can also affect your learning. Therefore, you should be responsible managing your time. Last but not least, eating in time. Eating in time not only satisfies your cravings, it also gives you energy to learn and study. For us to be healthy, we need to eat regularly. And if our body is healthy, the brain is
Now,
also
we
healthy.
will give you the study tips that you need to improve your learning skills.
Listen to your teachers. Listening to your teachers help you understand the topic of the subject more efficiently. But listening to your teachers does not always mean to just sit in class and let the information in your ears, then let it all out in the other ear. Here are tips that you can do for you to understand the topic well.
Any questions? Do not be shy to raise your hand if you have any questions that need clarity or answer. Yes, you might be shy at first, but that's not a reason for you not to ask a question. Don't just listen, but also understand. Listening is one thing, but understanding is also vital in learning. Just listening alone is not enough. You also need to understand what is being said, because what is the purpose of listening if you can understand it? That's why comprehension is key.
Take time to research. Sometimes if you don't understand something, just ignore it and choose not to bother looking it up on the internet. But that's just a fatal mistake. For you to gain more knowledge, you must to be more curious on things that seems unfamiliar to you. They can tell you, but only if it's too much. But if not, it will help us become better in studying. Here are some
Don't ignore new words. If there's something new to your eyes and you ignore it, how wasteful it is, right? Since ignoring it doesn't give you knowledge. But if you choose to open your phone and search it up, then it can contribute to your new learning knowledge. Search what needs to be searched. Searching things you don't understand doesn't make you less smarter, rather, it makes you more attentive since you don't just ignore the things that mostly people would ignore.
Find your reference. Some people prefer studying alone while other people prefer in groups. Now, you should know which one are you for you to know what you can do or not do. To know where you belong, here are some information about
Studying
each
alone.
choices.
If you enjoy quietness and peaceful environment, then I advise you to study alone since it would be easier for you to collect your information without the noise that can come from your colleagues in a study group. Group study. If you're an expressive person who wants someone to express your ideas to and to obtain other informations, then studying in groups is the best for you.
Quick review after each lesson. I know that every lesson drains us, even we must keep going for us to learn. So that is why we should do a quick review.
Get your notebooks and pen because you're going to take notes of whatever your teacher says. Because how can you review if you don't take notes? Organize your thoughts. For each reviews, make sure not to mix the information you've obtained. Put some labels.
Study in your free time. Time managing is a must. So, whenever you have a vacant time, you should take the opportunity to study so you won't fail. Here are some ways that you can do if you want to study in your
Set a
vacant
goal.
time.
Before studying, set your goal. For example, in this subject or lesson, I will tackle the meaning of political science first, then the meaning of sociology. Setting your goal helps you to keep on track. Take a rest. Of course, studying is significant, but our health is also important. So remember to take a break if needed. Pray before and after exam. Before taking an exam, you must pray and ask for guidance. And once you're done, you must also pray to thank Him for His guidance. And that's all you need to be an achiever. Thank you for listening.